Welcome to Wrestleheads. I am Randy Dixon.
I'm Mark Scott.
And you know, if you notice, one of us is missing. Good old Charlie Mack, Charles Jones. You know, he a goddamn truck driver. With being a truck driver, he deserves a fucking vacation. So enjoy your fucking vacay. So
he's driving a truck somewhere.
Yeah. He drives his personal vehicle
somewhere.
But getting this the after the Battleground pay-per-view, and we're gonna round it up real quick. I mean, I was disappointed in the last couple of matches, but we're gonna start off. And the first match was the pre-show. You had King Barrett versus R-Truth. So, what you think about that match?
I think R-Truth, the ghetto king prince, got a royal bullhammer. That's about what happened. That's about what happened. R-Truth, you know, let's give it to him. And you know, R-Truth,
it was a decent match.
Yeah, it was. You know, in his twilight of his career, he's putting on decent matches. I mean, it wasn't a flopper. It was something that I feel Barrett shouldn't even been in the first place. Barrett needs to be pushed further along than being stuck in the ring against R-Truth. That's a superstars match, but nonetheless, it was decent. He got the bull hammer. Barrett gets the win.
Yeah, I guess he still beat King, which they saying he's supposed to be coming back with the Bad News Barrett gimmick, which I hope they do, because they stopped it because he was getting over. It's just like Cesaro with all the shit with the swing.
Yeah.
They stopped that shit. So I don't understand the logic. But after that was the pre-show. Then you get to the regular show, officially WWE Battleground. And the first match was Randy Orton in his hometown versus Sheamus.
You know what? I'm going to say this. The match was hard-hitting. The match was highly... It was a good match. It was highly contested. I just lost for words because I'm still tripping about those two last matches. I'm with you on that one. But you know, it was highly contested. It was hard hitting. It was a lot of impact. It was a lot of power moves. I mean, Sheamus and Randy worked. And I mean, the thing is, these guys got to work because you know the guys that's coming up, the older guys on the roster, which those guys are some of the older states, especially Randy Orton. They understand that if they don't step it up, they'll be stepping it out. Because these guys that's coming up are hungry, young bulls that's looking to make a name for themselves. And these guys, they stepped it up. I got to give it to Sheamus and Randy Orton. They stepped it up and they had a good match. It was a good opening match.
Yeah, I was surprised that Orton went over in his hometown.
And that doesn't happen.
Because, they usually try to fuck people over in their damn hometown. WWE is notorious for that. He's in the hometown. Oh, yeah, let's shit on him. Oh, yeah, Regal, here, let him get like 9 bull hammers so he can lose in his hometown.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, for one, I'm liking where Orton's character is right now.
Yeah.
You know, he started to play that little part-time role shit. And then you look at Sheamus, I guess you could say the evolution of Sheamus. And I had a lot of problem with his ass over the years, not taking people's moves. But I think the last time when his ass got into trouble, and then he got this injury, I think it maybe gave him an awakening. Like, man, you getting paid a couple of $1 million a year. You're making big time fucking money, and you're not bringing it big time. So I think that might have gotten his head a little bit, and then he's been coming back above average, which you have to give him credit for. He's fucking buying into the little heel shit, and you know I got no problem with that. So that match surprisingly was not bad, and congrats to Randy Orton for winning his hometown. You got anything else?
And you know what? You just touched on something for me when he was hurt.
Yeah.
You know, in Triple H is a lot of things, but he never was one to hold his tongue. He probably would have gave him the real look, man. You're not getting it done. You know what I mean? And I'm backing you, so you need to start getting it done.
That's one of his boys.
Yeah, you know, it's known that that's one of his boys. You know what I mean? So he probably went to him like, look, man, I'm backing you. I'm the guy that's the reason why you're in the position that you're in. You need to show up. And I'm pretty sure wrestlers complained about him not taking moves, and it's gotten up to the top, and they probably let him know about it. So he's probably changed it up, and he changed it up for the better. Keep up the good work, because if you don't, we will get on your ass and pull you to the carpet when you do.
Hey, you know I've been calling your ass off for years, Sheamus.
Yeah.
Big Irish spring bastard. But anyway, the next match on the card was for the WWE Tag Team Championship, them horrible looking belts, but it was for that. You have the New Day against the defending champion, the Prime Time Players. So, all in all in the match, it was a good match. I mean, the one thing I can give Battleground to the last 2 matches, it was consistently good. It was no clunkers, so to speak. It's like some of the decisions was fucked up.
Yeah,
but
there you go.
But then the match was clunkers. You was like, oh man, this match was horrible. But just horrible, a couple of horrible outcomes. Yeah. But with that being said, with the tag team titles, it was a good match. You know, you showcased the primetime players. You showcased the New Day. I mean, I have no problem with it. I'm glad the primetime players got the titles. Eventually, I'm figuring SummerSlam next month is coming up. They're gonna probably drop them because I'm thinking they're gonna give them like 2 months. Like, hey, here you go. We showed you finally, bam, and then that's that, and you can move it on to somebody else. What was your thoughts about the match?
Well, it was a good match. I'll give you that. It was a good match, and I've been hard and critical on of the primetime players of late. Of late. I mean, I'm a fan of the primetime players. Don't get me wrong. I mean, don't take none of my statements lightly. I like the primetime players, but it's just in my mind. I don't think they, were in the driver's seat for with the tag team titles. I thought they looked like, okay, we have the championships, but there's no. To me, it was no umph. But it was a good match. Good match with the New Day. But I thought 3 mistakes got done tonight, and to me, I thought the title should have went back on the New Day right here. I thought even though they may not need it or whatever the case may be, but I just don't believe the primetime players are doing really anything relevant or good with the titles. Besides, they deserved it, but I don't. But it was a good match though. But you can't wrestle the New Day every time though. That's my thing. I want to see the primetime players if they're going to be able to have those matches with like. The Wolf
with the other teams.
So,
other teams in the tag team division.
Yeah,
I mean, I give the WWE credit. They slowly trying to get the tag team division heated up.
Yeah.
Because
they're doing a good job.
Anyway it goes, the Lucha Dragons gonna be next in line. I'm thinking.
Pretty much, yeah.
For the tag team title, so we're gonna see where that's gonna go. The next match of WWE Battleground was the psychological match, if you per se. You got the Eater of Worlds Bray Wyatt versus the Samoan badass Roman Reigns. Now, all in all, it was a good physical match to me. I mean, you had the psychological shit in it, and then you had the finish where Luke Harper returned to his daddy. Bray Wyatt gave fucking Roman Reigns a good old sabbat kick, because you could tell how it was going. It looked like Roman Reigns was going to put Bray Wyatt ass down. But surprisingly, a good fucking match, even all with the finish. And the difference with all if you see some of these matches that had different kind of finishes and all that. This finish, it was like something you could digest, and it was like, oh, okay, granted plan, you finally gave him back. It's like, it was good. And I mean, Roman Reigns, he didn't look bad because they had a physical match, and he took it to Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt took it to him. I love seeing good physical ass fucking contests like that. So, what was your thoughts?
Well, with those two bulls, you can't have it no other way. I mean, you can't put Daisy around and cream puff the match, I like technical matches. I like hold for hold. I like getting on the mat and high flying and all that stuff.
That old school catch as can.
Yeah, catch as can. This is what we grew up on. And for the ones that don't like that, I mean, then you're watching the wrong wrestling because you grew up watching that wrestling, so I don't understand what's the problem now. But at the same time, they brought the power. They brought more. Bray Wyatt impressed me in the match because I knew what Roman Reigns can do in the ring, and I know what Bray Wyatt can do in the ring. But we discussed this earlier. I thought Roman was a little bit more up on his mat ring skills than what Bray Wyatt is. But hey, Bray Wyatt brought it tonight. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you that. He brought it tonight.
That boy's money.
And the outcome with Luke Harper coming back, hey man, they went away and had to find their way back home. See, the difference is, and we were discussing with another buddy that was taking in the show with us. When the Shield broke up, you knew all 3 of those guys. Yeah, shout out to JR, man. Big out. Hey, sorry about that too. But anyway,
giving somebody the wrong direction.
But anyway, when the Shield was broke up, you knew all 3 of those guys can go off and be by themselves and actually have careers by themselves, which they're showing without each other. Would I like to see a reunion? Yeah,
I think everybody would like to see a reunion.
But the thing with the Wyatt family, they broke up. Harper did okay. Rowan was crap. And Wyatt, he was doing good because he needed to get away from them for a while. But hey, it didn't really work with Harper away from him. And when Rowan gets healthy, he'll be back in the fold. And they're just bringing the band right back together.
Well, see, them 2 boys, they was on their way for some tag team titles.
Well, and
they should have got them last year.
Yeah.
There was another team like the Primetime Players and stuff who should have had the titles last year. But with that being said, all in all, It was a good match.
Yeah, it was.
Good ending. I can deal with it. I can digest it. I got no problem with it. I mean, showing the Eater of Worlds is starting to get his flock back together. Now, what they need to do is put his little baby brother with him.
Bo Dallas.
Give Bo something fucking to do. And then let that shit muddle out until fucking Rowan get back. And then you just start in full blast and you just, hey. Because right now, the WWE needs a heel faction. They need a heel faction. They got no more heel faction. I mean, the only ones that got factions right now is the women.
Yeah, true.
And you use that to segue into the next, which was the next match.
Red Pants was nice, but Bray Wyatt broke
yeah,
out
yeah,
too.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it was bright, and then you see how Rowan was color
That's gonna be crazy if they go next month, man. How are they gonna intertwine that? Because this ain't
know.
over.
I don't know. SummerSlam. I'm thinking now with the whole Sting factor, they might interject Sting.
Yeah, because this ain't over.
As a tag team partner. I guess. I guess.
Put the Stinger in there. I mean, but
you know, hey, but things can happen. They trying to make this SummerSlam big, which is already looking like it's going to be big because you got the NXT big event at the same arena the night before, and then you get into the SummerSlam. So I think they trying to make this like they little summer WrestleMania kind of thing. So with that, re-segueing back into the Divas part, what they did was they had a triple threat match, right? They needed a filler because there was no Intercontinental Championship match because that got canceled. So what they did was you got one person from every new faction. You got Brie Bella from Team Bella. You got Charlotte from Team Paige, and then you got Sasha Banks, the boss, from Team Bad. What's that? It was best at dominating, but what they call them bad.
Bad. It's bad, but best at dominating. Best at dominating.
Yeah, they look good. That's the point. At the end of the they do. I dig all three of them. I don't know why. The Tamina thing, I don't know why.
Hey, man, that's rough.
Yeah.
You know?
It's some about.
It's some. Hey, man, we all got our things, you know.
Hey, but at the end of the day, you get to the wrestling. It was a greatly, highly contested wrestling match, which you had Charlotte hitting the figure 8 on what she had on Brie.
She hit it on Brie.
Yeah, she had Brie tapping like a drum band. You know,
Daniel Bryan having her tapping.
And I seen pictures. Her daddy, the Nature Boy, was in the back congratulating her. Well, he's just such a proud pops. He damn near cry every.
Because his daughter's the only one carrying the Flair name.
Yeah, I mean, Reed was good.
Reed was good. Reed was a lot better than
Sadie. It's sad he let drugs take him. But you think about it, how many dads can say 3 of their kids? They can see 3 of their kids wrestle. I mean, Dusty only can say he seen 2.
Yeah.
But shit, Dusty's other daughter was a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
But
so
see, and then,
you can't say that's a bad. She had a bad deal. So.
But Dusty's sons was a lot further along in the business than what Ric Flair's sons were.
Yeah. I mean, but you look at David was U.S. champion one time. Hey, it's true.
I know, man.
It's true.
Come on.
Then you got Cody was what, Intercontinental champion. He the one brought the regular belt back.
Yeah.
So I mean, with that being said, the match was highly contested. And you know, you got Sasha Banks showing off her skills. You got Charlotte being in there, which I thought that was the right person to put in there. You know, Brie. I don't know. To me, she seemed like she slowed them down. She held them back. It's like I would have put Alicia Fox in there.
I would have
because I think the match would have been going and they would have been flowing. So what you feel about that, real quick?
It's the real same thing. I mean, I feel it was great. I thought it was a great match. I thought for the women on Monday, they put this women's division on notice that, you know, when they came and they showed up and they showed out. You know, now Brie being in the ring, she sure did take a lot of rest breaks. I'm gonna say that.
She took a lot of coffee breaks.
She was taking a lot of coffee breaks there, Brie. You was
side.
Yeah, you was
there.
sitting out a lot. But I mean, it would have been better with Alicia Fox there athletically because I felt it would have been complemented more with her there and what she can do over than what Brie can do. I think it slowed her up, like you said. But you know, all in all, it was a good match.
I mean, you look at it, Charlotte and Sasha work together flawlessly because they've been working together. That's what happens when you go down the road with people and you have all this time to work together. That you get this not only the camaraderie, but the you know what they're gonna do next. You sit there flow flow beautifully, and then you got a moron like Brie Bella who should be like her goddamn husband.
Call her a moron.
I'm for real. Them Bellas are morons, man. I mean, you gotta call it like I see them. The smartest person in that group is Alicia Fox, and that's the way it is.
It was wrong how she got done on Dominion too.
Yeah, she got smoked, right?
She got capped.
Yeah.
You know?
Smoked like a pack of cools.
Man,
but
for real.
And I don't even smoke no more. Next month be 1 year anniversary. I quit
hey, Me too. About a year and some change. I've been actually about a year and 3 months. Hey, hey, congratulations.
Yeah, man.
It's hard to kick those things. I sure do too. A lot of days I do.
Well, especially with this goddamn main event in these last 2 matches, I damn sure would have been smoking a cigarette. Yeah. But with that being said, with that match being good and that's looking like the Divas division, and you got Sasha not only bringing the NXT title out, which I'm glad she did. You know, you can't act like you don't have it.
No,
we all know you do.
Yeah.
So she elevated and showed it. So we're going to transition into the next match of the night, which was for the United States Championship. You had Kevin Owens versus Big Match John Cena. Now, this was a highly contested match. It was a lot of back and forth. Another good match in a trilogy. Good match. You can't take it away. It ain't nothing going to be like the first one.
Yeah,
I think this one was better than the second one.
You think?
I think this one was better than the second one. Even though John Cena won both of them, but I think because I seen different moves from both of them.
Okay.
I mean, y'all was going off because he had a Canadian destroyer. I'm sorry, that just don't sell me
enough. But it ain't a big guy hit a Canadian destroyer like.
But what I'm saying is this. I'm saying you see, it was Owens. They tried to make him look strong, but then you have him lose a Cena, and not only that, then you have him tap out like a drum man. I'm like, come on, you done killed every fucking thing that you just invested in him. Now, he's supposed to be this damn Canadian badass, and I'm like, okay, you got me buying, he's a Canadian badass. He turned on his best friend. He'll sit there, turn on anybody. He'll send anybody's ass to Powerbomb City. And then you have him getting there with John Cena with that punk ass fucking STFU. That's some bullshit. I'm sorry. It's bullshit.
Well, I agree with you on the outcome. I thought the match was solid. I went back and did some research, and I recant my last statement. I thought this, I said the second match, but okay, I'll give you that. The first match, okay, I'll give you that. The first match is hard to beat. But I like the second match, and I like the second match. I like the second match better than this.
He said recant like you in court.
Hey, man.
Take it away.
Hey, like Rafael Palmeiro should have recounted his statement when he was, I never did steroids, period.
Hey, you should have did like Sosa. Forgot English.
I didn't speak no English.
Okay.
I saw, and this is off topic, but I saw Sammy Sosa do millions of interviews back in '98 in that home run race with Mark McGuire, where he was speaking perfect English. He get on Congress and he act like he don't speak a lick of English, and he got a damn interpreter right there.
Hey, I'm from Chicago. Shame. You know, I never really touched that subject.
Damn shame.
I mean, I fucked up right now and said something.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
What I'm saying. We all know Sosa can speak some English. Yeah. And we know he can understand it.
Yeah, he act like he don't know what was going on.
At the end of the day, Sosa was full of shit.
Get it together.
But getting back to this shit that's going on.
Sorry about that. But I thought I didn't see, the thing that killed me on this match was the outcome, man. And I love the match. And it goes into the main event too. I love the match. It's just the outcome, man. What the fuck is wrong with you writers, man? I mean, I don't get it. You're going to probably most likely put him in a fatal 4-way next month at SummerSlam with Cena, Cesaro, and Rusev with Owens, and then you might give Owens the title there. But why didn't he go over cleanly on John Cena? That's the question I need to know. He should have went over cleanly on John Cena. In my mind, that was the only way to do it. I don't know what you guys got in plan, because now it's hard to read you now. Who's writing this shit? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I really don't. Was that a Vince call? I mean, is he protecting his boy, Big Johnny? But, I mean, Johnny don't need to be protected. Johnny needs a break. Johnny needs a break before WrestleMania. And this would have been the perfect time to give it to him. So, okay, you put him in SummerSlam. He loses the title there. And you're right. We talked earlier. It could be to Cesaro now. You know what I mean? Because he's picking up steam. So what? Kevin Owens gets left out when it's like, he should have won it right here tonight. The outcome, and the writers, man, boo on you guys, boo on creative for these last two, boo on that, because the matches were good, you just didn't write the right endings, man. I mean, and I can't say enough. When you watch the pay-per-view, if you haven't seen it, or if we post it, you know what I mean, if you watch it there, you'll know what the fuck we're talking about, man. Real shit.
I scoured the internet to try to find pieces to the match, or try to find the whole match.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I mean, they really shit the bed on that one. with that fucking match, I don't know what the fuck.
I don't understand that. How do you not put Kevin Owens over? Right now.
I said, that's why I was telling you, if you look back at the past shows, Wrestleheads, if you sit back and see that, I've been saying that for the longest. I was scared him going down that Rusev shit, and I put up a chart on the Wrestleheads on exactly what could happen when you go against Cena. Now, with that being said, we're going to go to, I mean, they had a little, intermission before. Basically, the burn of the night was, Miz was coming out there talking shit, and they was talking about, he like the Big Show, I haven't seen the Big Show since the Attitude Era. I was like, gut punch that.
When he had hair.
Yeah, that's when he had the ponytail.
Yeah, Mr. Paul White.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, this guy sucks.
The fucking Big Show.
The Rock is hard.
Like typical fashion, Big Show come out there, knock him out. That ends that. And then now we segue into the main event. For the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, you have the challenger, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, versus Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins come out by himself with no authority, no J&J. You hear nothing from Triple H all night. You see Stephanie in a little vignette with the women, and that match starts. He tries to run, and then next thing you know, Brock get him in the car and take him to Suplex City. So the match pretty much lasted about 10 minutes. I'm saying roughly 10 minutes. 12.
Close to 15.
I don't think you can push it in 15.
13.
Then next thing you know, doom. Why in blue hell would you bring the Undertaker's old fucking slug, old fucking need some just for men, need to grow his beard out, slow ass out, and interfere in the match? And then they called it a no contest. Last time I checked, if a heel would have came out, you would have called that a disqualification. Because Brock Lesnar got attacked, he got a choke slam and 2 tombstones. But hey, I guess the tombstone's not dangerous.
But where was the ref?
Hey,
there wasn't even the ref. Vanished with Rollins.
Shit, Seth Rollins, they all went to the back. Poof, they gone.
They vanished.
Fucking David Copperfield came.
Yeah.
Or fucking Emerald. Bam!
Where the hell they go?
Gone.
You know what I mean?
You know? So with that being said, you got the Undertaker fucking big fucking slow ass coming in there. Fucking choke slamming fucking goddamn Brock Lesnar. Giving them 2 fucking tombstones. Do his little fucking thing. Walk out. And then that's how the pay-per-view ends. A shitstorm. You could have started off some okay, and I mean, granted, during that, they gave Seth Rollins about 3 minutes of offense.
Oh, yeah, more than that.
Nah, it wasn't that much.
He had more than that. He battled back the whole match.
He ran. You forgot he ran.
When he started.
And then Brock Lesnar turned into a fucking decathlon, jumped over the fucking barrier,
but that's after he started. He started
and
with
brought
the
his ass back, and he took him back to Suplex City, USA, bitch. And that's what happened. Okay. I mean, and he gave the motherfucker 13 goddamn suplexes.
Yeah.
I think 11 of them was Germans, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm maybe 12.
Yeah.
And I think one of them was a different variation. With that being said, it comes to the next point where I've been saying that they didn't kill Seth Rollins' title reign. He's been having a shitty fucking title reign. This is supposed to be the man. He's supposed to be the measuring stick. His title reign looked like shit. Tonight was going to define him. I mean, damn, you could have let him get in the match. I would have bought it if you would have given him 20-some minutes. Almost like you did Reigns at WrestleMania. You have him get punishment, and then you have him just come back. Like, fuck that. I'm coming back. But no, it's like basically you had a domination before you stopped it.
But Rollins, here's the thing. I understand that. Well, he took 13 suplexes plus F5. But here's the thing. Rollins was in the match the whole match. When the bell rung, Rollins took it to him. And then Brock shook it off. He chased him. He ran. He caught him. He brought him back in the ring, suplexed him. I think he went about 6 times there. He suplexed him 6, and then Rollins got back into the offense, and he was making those offenses. He had how many super kicks did Rollins hit him with? Was it like 4 or 5?
3.
You know what I mean? It was about 3 super kicks he hit him with.
And concession. Hello?
And concession.
Hello?
And then, and then it went back to Suplex City.
Your ticket for Suplex City's here. Oh yeah, you're on the way back.
No, but Rollins kept it competitive. Watch the match. Rollins kicks after kicks. He did the up the top.
You're competitive.
He was moving around.
With 2 different kind of
but my thing is, he fought. Rollins fought. Rollins didn't just sit there and he's bitch slapped Brock Lesnar for his troubles. And then what did he get? He got a kick in the ribs. But at the same time, Rollins did not get dominated the whole match. He actually fought Lesnar.
And then I can even say,
he took the fight to him.
I can go on another say, if you compare other intense matches, you kind of took it soft on fucking your boy a little bit. He went a little
He
easy.
took 13 suplexes.
He took
and Rollins took every last one of them.
Nobody's down there.
All of them. He took all of them. He took every last suplex.
He took them. What I'm saying is, now this boy get judged by this match. If you put this in a vacuum, a quick vacuum of his title reign,
I still say his title reign was cool because my thing is, you look at it like this. We can't.
Like, who's next now?
We can't now. I don't know who's next. I really don't know who's next because we look like they're moving Lesnar on to the Undertaker. But in my mind, look, in this thing, and I truly believe this, you can't just count. Rollins has had quality matches on Raw, with him being the championship, title matches on Raw, SmackDown, and at the pay-per-views. He has quality matches. Now, at the same time, writers, here we go again. You know what I mean? Did I agree? And like I said, I like Seth Rollins. You know what I mean? I like what he can do in the ring, in and out the ring. I like his mic skills, I like his charisma. I like it all. I think he has the whole package. But, writers, what are you doing? I mean, I have to say, what are you doing too? Undertaker shouldn't have had no business in that match. You know what I mean? Rollins had kept a competitive match. If he loses, he loses. But to put him...
Well, that's kind of a stretch. But
it was a competitive match, man. He took suplex. But Brock's been suplexing everybody. He suplexed John Cena, I don't know how many times. It started at SummerSlam. We discussed this. At SummerSlam, when he did what he did to John Cena, he did it again in Survivor Series. The only other really competitive match in Brock Lesnar's title reign was at the Royal Rumble with Cena, Rollins, and Lesnar in a triple threat. That WrestleMania, they had him go there and suplex the hell out of Roman Reigns how many times? You know what I'm saying? And then he loses the title. You know what I'm saying? But this is what they've been doing with Brock Lesnar. They did it to Kofi on A Beast from the East. They had him mauled through him. You know what I'm saying? So to me, Rollins he took the fight to him. He did more than what I thought. I thought they were just gonna let Brock Lesnar mold through him, and they didn't. Brock Lesnar's confidence, he got overconfident I don't know how many times in that match, and Rollins took it to him. The match showed itself. They didn't have to disappear and no I knew it was going to end up either in a disqualification or some other bullshit like that. I said that last week. I knew it was going to end up like that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I didn't expect The Undertaker to show up. What are you getting revenge for, Kane? It's been 1.5 years since you lost. I mean, like, what the hell? Oh, you beat up my brother, so I'm here. Because it's like the old, what was the old Japanese guys, Chinese, kung fu movies. Oh my God, you killed my brother. Now I'm coming to get you. That's what The Undertaker did. You know what I mean? Why would he show up? What's his reason? And writers, you guys are full of shit, isn't he? I mean, he's going to take care of y'all in the kitchen, bitch, with that one. I have another kitchen, bitch. I'm coming for you, brother. That's all I'm saying. But all in all, the writers in the last 2 matches, good matches, I thought because, Rollins is Rollins, and then you have Brock. The last time, I mean, they could have kept it competitive, more competitive than what they did. They could have let it go longer. I thought that Undertaker shit was just you didn't need it. You know what I mean? That wasted almost 10 minutes? You know what I mean? First they stared at each other for like 2 minutes, and then, about 5 minutes, you could put that 5 minutes on the match. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, man. It kind of took me, I don't know, what they were thinking. Vince, I don't know, man. I really don't.
Yeah, and with that fucking crap fest, that wraps up the Battleground, the aftermath of the Battleground. So, real quick, we're going to roll through this bitch. We're going to go through some news and notes, and then we get to the good old KBs and wrap this try to be super small show up.
Well.
So, first news and notes, you get through the fucking week. You got the return of Stardust, and I think he's still going to go after this Green Arrow, so what's that, Stephen Amell from the Green Arrow. Yeah. So they're gonna forward this program, which I figured they was, because they're trying to make SummerSlam star-studded.
They're gonna make it.
So they're gonna try to pull every fucking body that they can get. So with that being said, you know, what'd you think of that, real quick?
Well, I with the thing with the Green Arrow, I mean, come on, man, fuck that shit, man. I'm just saying, man. I'm just gonna be honest.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's a good show, but fuck, man. This dude could get hurt in the ring. I don't know how far that is.
He's another Canadian, and he's a fucking ultra wrestling fan. And shit, not only that, he's playing Casey Jones in the next Ninja Turtles movie.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, I like that. But Stardust, I think they need to push him. You give him a last push. If you're not gonna do nothing with him, give him one more push, man. He deserves it. Cody fucking deserves it, man. But I don't know about that Stardust character. I would like to see Smoke and Mirrors.
Yeah, but you know, that Stardust is a tribute to
his daddy. Okay, I give him that.
You know, if you looked at Russell Heads, I put the picture up.
I saw that.
Then next was the Divas with Sasha Banks. You got Charlotte and Becky Lynch getting called up, and basically that only happened because the whole Women's World Cup thing, and now the WWE's trying to capitalize on that whole fucking the Women's World Cup. And then they said, Stephanie come up with this bright idea, say, give Divas a chance. Last time I checked, it was the 294-day WWE Divas, 3-time Divas champion, AJ Lee, a.k.a. Mrs. CM Punk, came up with that. And then you want to steal somebody's idea? You freaking tramp. How dare you fucking try to fucking sell that shit as your own. And then the only reason you keep mentioning AJ Lee right now is because she has a standard barrier record where you sitting there trying to go have bum-ass Nikki Bella to try to pass.
That's fucking bullshit.
And I'm sorry. That's some bullshit. Now, with that being said, getting to some other business, you got Dolph Ziggler who's going to be out of action indefinitely because he's going to film a new WWE Studios movie, 642. So with that telling me, if he's filming a WWE Studios movie, most likely he probably signed his contract. Because they're not going to give him a movie without the contract being signed. So eventually, he'll probably be back around SummerSlam because you know they can film these movies faster now.
Yeah.
With that being said, it's probably going to be a mixed tag match. I'm thinking Rusev, Rusev, Summer Rae, Lana, Ziggles.
Ziggles.
Yeah, call him Mr. Ziggles. Let's see, what else? Ring of Honor did announce this week that they're going to have a super card 2 days, Friday and Saturday of WrestleMania weekend down in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
So they're going to try to piggyback, just like usual, off of WrestleMania shit for that weekend. I mean, they probably have some good action, but everybody going to be worried about WrestleMania. You can take that to the bank, Jack.
They've been doing this since Cornette.
They've been doing it for years.
Cornette had, hands in Ring of Honor. I mean, which is smart because if you're looking at the WWE and what they're going to draw, you know what I mean? If you come in on a Friday and a Saturday before the Sunday show, if I'm there, and we talked about this earlier, if I'm there like at the show, I'll go check out Ring of Honor. I mean, now, there'll be
it's something good to find yourself something to do, but you got to think about that. That's a hard thing. If you got tickets to go to that whole access, man.
Well,
but I'll take the Hall of Famers go be there.
But see, here's the thing, though.
Then
you take the. I'm pretty sure Ring of Honor is not running a card at the same time as the Hall of Fame thing is running. They're not going to run a card on Sunday. They're not going to run it on Saturday when the Hall of Fame is running. They may run it earlier Saturday and Friday night.
You got to look at this. The WWE gonna have a power. That's Saturday.
No.
The Hall of Fame, you got to remember, the Hall of Fame going to be that night. But then they still having an NXT show early in the day.
But see, and that's why you go and catch the Ring of Honor on Friday.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why
they're gonna get fucked on Saturday.
Yeah, well, but there is hardcore Ring of Honor fans that will go and watch them. And there is, and the ones that can't get the tickets that really ain't have the access, but say they got tickets to WrestleMania, but they don't have the access tickets, but they're living in the area, and the Ring of Honor's tickets are gonna be cheaper.
I wonder how WWE gonna do that, because I'm mixing up my stuff.
You know what I mean?
But if you sit there, I feel like I'm putting the NXT SummerSlam on. I just got mine twisted.
I did it earlier with I was like, wait a minute, hold on, that was WrestleMania.
With that being said, even in that weekend, I mean, you got the whole access, then you got most likely they probably gonna have some kind of NXT little thing. They probably not be a major thing because they're gonna try to combat that, knowing the WWE. And then you gotta think about the Hall of Fame. I mean, people will be trying to cut their damn left balls off to get there.
No, I hear you. I agree with you there.
You sit there because you can bet your ass. This year, Sting going in, the Dead Man's going in. Probably, I'm betting Harlem Heat's going in there. And they're going to put some Texas motherfuckers They should put Stan Hansen in there.
They might.
Hey, if I was them, I'd put JBL in there. To me, JBL's a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
I mean,
why is he not in there?
Yeah, he done it pretty much, almost done it all. Now, with that said, the next piece of business is Roddy Piper. The Podcast One company that used to broadcast the Roddy Piper podcast is trying to shut him down because he took his podcast somewhere else, and they still asked her because they said Stone Cold's asked her about that. We talked about it last week. I don't know why Steve Austin is worried about that shit like that, because he shouldn't be worried about it like that, man. Like, move on, man.
But Roddy Piper wasn't lying, though.
But he's not. But what I'm saying is, you can't be sitting there trying to take paper out of that man's pocket.
Yeah,
Takes food
wrong.
off of his table.
That's wrong.
Because I seen one of them house shows, he bought an expensive ass house.
Yeah.
So he's going to need all the fucking money he can get from that.
And that's wrong, though.
Yeah, I mean,
better, man.
You see that? I don't know what the fuck Stone Cold's thinking, but he got to get his shit together, man. Don't worry about that shit. Man, Piper's old, you old, move the fuck up.
But he still has more pop in the juice, and Piper doesn't really no more.
But see, and my next thing, I wrote up on WrestleHeads this week. What has been better, the World Heavyweight Championship or the U.S. title? I mean, to me, it's the U.S. title by a landslide. But, I mean, I wanted the WrestleHeads to answer that question and think about that shit. Because I'm starting to see an unrest on the internet where fans are sitting there saying, like, they starting to be like me, like, man, this Seth Rollins shit is garbage. No. And you see John Cena, granted, I was against that shit from the beginning, him getting that U.S. title. But he has done so much, he has elevated so many people with that. I can't do nothing to say it's an overall Rollins success, other than the bullshit that happened tonight, that Kevin Owens didn't take it away from him. Now, see, what they're going to do is there's going to be some goddamn bullshit that's going to happen, and then you're going to be sitting there like, okay, why you didn't give it to Owens then?
Yeah. Fans are always at unrest. I don't put too much stock in the fans because, these are the same fans that, chant for people that aren't that good, and the ones that are good, they boo. I don't get it, you know what I mean? So, hey, I don't put too much fan in it. Like Seth Rollins said, it's also up in Wrestling Heads. So Seth Rollins said it. A year ago, you guys were talking how bad it was that Lesnar had the title because he's hardly there. He's not there. The title needs to be on Raw. The title needs to be on SmackDown. The title needs to be here.
It wasn't even on that. They were sitting there like, oh yeah, everybody talking about, oh, it's going to be garbage that Seth Rollins is going against fucking Brock Lesnar. But, when Daniel Bryan was doing it was David versus Goliath.
Yeah, I was getting to that. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I was getting to that. But my thing is this. It's like, I don't take too much in what the fans say. You know what I mean?
That's why I sit there and attack them.
I don't, and I think this bullshit that they do.
Because
this
fans, you know what I mean?
And they are, and that's what Seth Rollins did, and that's why I say sometimes you just got to tell them how it is, champ. You know what I mean? You have to call them out to the carpet. It's fucking hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying? And it's just what wrestling fans do. They're fickle. You know what I mean? 1 minute is one thing. Brock Lesnar comes back. Oh yeah, this guy. Brock Lesnar's not gonna do nothing for the younger talent. You know what I'm saying? The best thing Brock Lesnar does for the younger talent is let the younger talent go over on Brock Lesnar.
I haven't happened yet.
Well, that's the best thing for him to do.
Hasn't happened yet.
You know what I mean? But that's the best thing for him to do.
That's the beast.
You know what I mean? But that's the best thing for him to do.
You let somebody that's sitting in this chair, Brock Lesnar, is the guy I gift to fucking wrestling.
But he's not. You know what I mean? My thing is this. You can't. You can't have it two ways. You can't complain about.
And that was a shot to the truck driver.
And this is another shot to the truck driver. You can't complain about The Rock holding the title and not having it on Raw and this, that, and this, not defending it, not doing this, but you're all cool for Brock Lesnar having the title.
Hey,
it's the same fucking shit.
That good old hypocrisy.
It's the good old hypocrisy. It's the same fucking shit,
you're right about that.
man. It's the same fucking shit, man. You know what I mean? That's why I don't take it. You know what I mean? I'm like, whatever, man. I think Rollins is doing a damn good job. Now, the writing has been a little suspect. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I think Rollins is doing a damn good job. I think they need to just get out of this PG shit and start letting them get indie style because that's what the fans want. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to see this PG shit anymore. Maybe the kids, but those kids are getting older and they don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to hold us up. We can move on.
Okay. Next piece of business. Good old TNA bitch pack.
Oh, fuck
now,
man.
Not only TNA Impact, but it seems to me that they can find a new way to fuck up a cup of coffee. Now, with that being said, now you have this new dilemma this week where they had Hernandez, big dumbass, sitting there working for him when he was technically still under contract with Lucha Underground. So they tried to make a deal with Lucha Underground, and Lucha Underground told him, like, you know what, no. So what they had to do all these months, a month and a half of taping of the beatdown claim,
that's what
they had to erase all that shit, fire Hernandez's ass, send his ass back. Well, shit, you can't fire somebody that you shouldn't even been working for you because he's still working for somewhere else.
Under contract.
Now, with that being said, that made a reverse thing where made MVP told TNA, I quit, let me out my contract. I'm like, TNA boy, you can find new ways to send yourself to the shit house. I mean, it's like now it's starting to be just self-inflicted gun wounds.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's like, how's it raining out here right now in California? It's raining down on TNA's ass. And I mean, the rain, the thunderstorms keep coming for them, and it's like they find new ways.
New ways.
New ways to bury your company. It's like you getting help. It's like Jared trying to help you somewhat, but he's pillaging off of you at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's like, now you do just dumb maneuvers. This is somebody. You running a wrestling company, you should have did your due diligence to make sure that this dude is not under contract with another company.
Yeah.
You bring him back, and then because you're trying to go cheap, and you're trying to film all this stuff where you done totally obliterated a whole group in one setting. And then now Kenny King even saying, like, man, I got to start reevaluating. You're damn right, Kenny.
Kenny needs to be in NXT.
You're damn right. You need to get out there.
And I feel AAA Lucha Libre just slapped the big D on him. No, they slapped the big D on TNA like, you're not, no.
Lucha Underground?
Yeah, well, you know what I mean, because AAA Lucha Libre owns Lucha Underground.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
You got to count him as
But yeah, they slapped the big D on him. Yeah. Like, here, man, no way. Even though Hernandez is he's subpar at best.
He's a bum.
He is kind of a bum.
He's a bum.
But, you know, he acts like he's, but at the same time.
Badass Chicano.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, he is a name. You know what I mean? So, no, they're not going to let him out.
Name?
He's a name. He's a name.
He's a person's name, last name Hernandez.
No, for the market that, you know, Lucha is gearing towards.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because TNA
you know,
sent him down there.
Yeah,
so I guess
he's a
and that's all the time Hernandez is getting on this show.
Yeah.
With that being said, Sami Zayn made an appearance on NXT this week saying that, hey, you know, he's trying to heal. He expects me back towards December, which that means in translation, I'll be in the Royal Rumble.
Basically. And if they're smart, they put AJ Styles.
So, further this week, Kurt Angle had to have emergency surgery from the surgery he had last week because he had to have surgery because it was what's that, spinal fluid? He was losing feeling in the extremities and he was shaking or something like that. His wife called the ambulance and had to go another surgery and fix it. Listen, Kurt, this is a plea. Retire, man. It's time to call it quits.
Call it.
If you need a major overhaul, then take it. You know? I think this might be one of the reasons the WWE might have knew something. Hey, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, exactly. I think they got his medical back, and they seem like shit's deteriorating. You talking about you want big money, but you got deteriorating shit, so you gonna wait till you get with us and then start going to the shit house?
Like you did last time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hurt now.
And then you gotta sit there and start paying people? Come on now.
The thing is this, man, and I don't know why we waste our time with him on this show, because it's this, man.
Because he's a legend. No matter what, you can't take that away.
Yeah, he's a legend. He's a legend. He's a legend.
He's a goddamn gold medalist.
But yeah, he's a guy. He did it on a broken neck. I understand that.
That neck still stayed broken.
But this TNA, please quit calling him the greatest wrestler that ever lived. Please stop doing that.
Or the Machine.
Yeah, because he's not the greatest
that
wrestler.
Machine's been broke.
Yeah, he's not the greatest wrestler. Because my son watches the show with me, and sometimes he's like, Dad, is he the greatest? No, he's not. He was decent in his heyday. He was good in his prime.
No, he was more than decent.
No, what I mean is
I ain't gonna let you sell him like
I'm not gonna sell him like that. You know, he was the man. He was good in his prime. But he's not the greatest ever.
Him and fucking Jericho and Benoit and Triple Threat.
Yeah, he's not the greatest ever.
I remember that match he had with the Undertaker. That shit was a thing of beauty.
In my mind, he's not in the top five.
It's a lot of matches, but we gotta hurry up and move on.
You know, but stop it, TNA.
Next thing, hey, speaking of TNA, some more TNA news. TNA Wrestling Management told the talent overseas that they will survive even if they lose a Destination America contract, which ain't even if they. It's a fact, Jack. It's already in the cards. and they be able to keep them afloat because they have all these TV deals from overseas and all these overseas places. And they said because at the end of the day they've been getting rid of the wrestlers with the big paydays. You know, I guess the wrestlers are getting the big contracts.
Yeah.
So I guess Jeff Hardy is getting peanuts.
He's finna get booted in a minute.
Shit, they ain't gonna get rid of Jeff Hardy. Dude sell T-shirts. Come on now.
Yeah, he does sell that in Broken Bones.
I mean, because it was all different types of rumors. You know, right now it's the Sting and the Undertaker. Now you seen with tonight, everything happened with tonight. Most likely, Undertaker going against Brock Lesnar. Jesus Christ, why? Now the next one I'm thinking where they lean into because now Luke Harper is back. It's probably gonna be Sting and Roman Reigns versus the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
So that's what that's looking like. Because there was another rumor, speaking of Undertaker during the week, where they saying it might be the Undertaker versus Kevin Owens. Lord, no, please don't.
No,
because the Undertaker will die that day.
Yeah.
You know.
Imagine him taking one of those suplexes from the top ropes, those little innovative things that he be doing. Or what about that suplex where he drops him down on it like a backbreaker, but with his neck on his knee?
No.
How about that, Undertaker?
Undertaker being
take that, Taker! You know what I mean? Vince would be bringing the whole production truck, like, everybody support the Undertaker. He's never coming back. You know what I mean?
It'd be a real casket match that day.
It really would.
Now, in SmackDown news, you know, if you notice SmackDown been kind of shitty and booked shitty, it's because they're going to try to wait because they're going to leave Sci-Fi, I think, in the beginning of the year, and they're going to go to USA. So everything is going to be all USA all the time. And then I think they're going to reboot it, which they should, and then you bring the big gold belt back. You need 2 champions. Everything is showing you right now, you need 2 world titles. You got the wrestlers, you can do it.
You got all the guys coming up, eventually finna come up from NXT. You got it, and we talked about it. You not only bring that back, not just the big gold belt. You could bring back the television title. You could bring back either the European or the lightweight title, because you got a lot of smaller guys.
I said the world title, and then you get a TV title. I think that'll be cool.
But I think one more because
you don't want to oversaturate. No, they got already poop.
Okay, but here's my thing.
You have that one.
But here's my thing though. If you can have both world titles on each show, you got the Intercontinental US with basically the same title on each show, and then you have 3 titles on each show, and the tag team is, defended over here and over here. I mean, because you got a lot of talent coming up, and they're talking about really cherry picking these indies again because of these tours that they're doing. You might have more than that coming up, because some of these guys that we're looking at in ROH, some of these guys that we're looking at in Lucha Underground, some of these guys that we're looking at in TNA may be coming over soon. You know what I mean? I would love to see, like you said, Ricochet over there. I would love to see Castle over there. I would love to see Angelico.
WWE is a damn travesty.
I would love to see Dalton Castle over there. I would love to see Angelico over there. I would love to see even Kenny King over there. But I would like them to bring back the gold standard, Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, that would be nice. Let's hurry up and wrap this stuff up. I want to congratulate WWE Hall of Famer Edge for getting a part on The Flash as an Atom. You know, he's a villain, so that'll be good for him. Yeah.
Because ain't he on Haven or whatever that shit's called?
Yeah, on Sci-Fi. He probably going to do both of them. Yeah, right. If they ain't killed him off of that yet.
Nah, he's still alive.
Next, WWE will be booking stories for NXT in the future. TakeOver Brooklyn and after. It's going to be more focused on Finn Balor, Enzo Amore and Cass, Bayley, Hideo Itami, Mojo, Blake and Murphy, Alexa Bliss, and Uhaa Nation. You got to check out Uhaa Nation, that kid. He got the build and everything. And the next piece of business we should have got to was the big fucking news of the week was potentially WWE Hall of Famer and all different type of Hall of Famer, Jushin Thunder Liger, coming to the NXT Brooklyn Takeover. He's gonna be going against Tyler Breeze.
Okay.
From what it looks like, and that's monumental. That's massive. I mean, the light on Liger. I mean, I can remember one of my favorite matches back in the day was him versus Brian Pillman, WCW. That match, that was sick.
That was sick.
Yeah.
That was in the early 90s too. Yes. That was in the early 90s.
I mean, not to go back 22 years, but that match always stuck out.
Good.
That was a great fucking match.
Yeah. It's on the High Flyers DVD. Yeah. If you got the High Flyers DVD, go check out that match. You know what I mean? That match was good.
I mean, and it's good that they get that cred, that Japanese cred, and I hope they do it Japan style with the streamers and all that shit in Brooklyn, which they probably will.
They most likely will.
I mean, with that being said, that's great news. I mean, in some other news, you got Eva Marie. She returned to action this week. I'm thinking she's going to be legit after training with Brian Kendrick.
That's also, I feel she stinks, but we'll see.
And I mean, shit, from what it looked like, another one of the matches for that, for that takeover, it's probably gonna be Samoa Joe versus the Lone Wolf Baron Corbin.
Whoa, that's gonna be big.
I'm looking forward towards that.
Cause I saw that promo that he cut.
Yeah. That kid. Did you know?
I ain't gonna say kicks. That dude.
No, I'm saying he played pro ball in the NFL.
Yeah.
He dropped them rings.
Dropped the rings on him.
Damn, I'm like, I didn't know you was legit like that. Like that dude, martial arts, all that shit, like.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu, all that shit, man. Dude is legit. That's what I'm saying. There's hungry lions coming up. That's why Sheamus and Orton brought it tonight. Because there's hungry lions. Even Wyatt and Reigns brought it tonight. There's hungry lions coming. Even though they're lions too because they're young. But those two old guys weren't. But what I'm talking about is, Reigns and Wyatt still are lions. But there's hungry lions coming up, man. Man, they're hungry, man. And Sheamus and Orton, you better keep putting on good matches. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, and you think about this week, this was a major week, but it was 4 years to the day for a few things happening. One, Daniel Bryan cashing in that briefcase, or not cashing in, getting the briefcase and Money in the Bank in Chicago. Yeah. Two, you had Christian winning his second World Heavyweight title over Randy Orton, which was great. Proud moment for Christian. That shit should get him in the Hall of Fame. And three was CM Punk in Sweet Home Chicago, going over John Cena and winning the WWE Heavyweight Championship in the most fanfare. You has never been a crowd, because trust me, I'm from Chicago. It is not a sports city. That's a sports city like no fucking other. When you down with Chicago, when you got Chicago back, you know me. Ride or die. We back you. And CM Punk I ain't never seen a wrestler get a response how CM Punk get one in Chicago, and he still get one, and he don't even wrestle no more. He's been retired going over a year plus.
Did Lex Luger get that same response?
Hell no, Lex Luger's a piece of trash. He killed Elizabeth, the son of a bitch. But that would be said, that's besides the goddamn point.
I got you.
I mean, you sit here thinking about that shit. I mean, at the end of the day, that kind of wraps up the whole news and notes things. So we're going to get to the kitchen bitch of the show. Go ahead and hit it off.
Okay.
We're going to wrap this up.
I'm going to keep it, I'm not going to go too hard, but I need to go hard. And this is for the guy, and I'm going to start it off by saying, for one, I cut better promos than those guys on Tough Enough, and I'm not even on TV. I'm a fat guy that's doing this on, we're doing wrestling heads. I'm a fan, and I cut better promos than them, and they're trying to be superstars. That's just off the bat. But this goes out to the guy that we all said the prayers, we ate the vitamins, we smelt the roses, the Hulkster, Hulk Hogan, the immortal. Oh, man, God. We didn't have to go to that part of Hulk Hogan's career. I'm talking about the Hulkster.
Nailing people's wives with cameras on them. I mean, yeah, he's saying your prayers and doing your wife.
Oh, God. Okay, but when I was a kid, Hulk Hogan was the man. You know what I mean? But I have to call you, Hogan, to the carpet, man. You had a problem with that boy Patrick on Tough Enough. If you guys don't watch Tough Enough, this last weekend Patrick was in. It was a promo challenge, and he won the promo challenge. And granted, his promo really wasn't a promo. He was playing more to the crowd. But Hogan calls him to the carpet basically when they get into the live segment of the show, talking about, because Patrick said the buff guys are gone. It's all about the little guy outworking the big guy. There is no more Ultimate Warrior. Hulk Hogan is gone. And he wasn't lying. But Hogan's making a like, what are you talking about, brother? What are you talking about, brother? I can wrestle circles around you right now. And it's about working together, and it's not about the little guy outworking the big guy. Yes, the fuck it is, man.
Did that old son of a bitch say that?
He said that shit. You know what I mean? And my thing is this, man. We grew up watching 80s wrestling. You know what I mean? I know that's the reason why I'm in the wrestling game, reason why I love it so much. 1986, Saturday night main event, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff versus Hulk Hogan. My first match and one of the best matches I ever seen, just saying for me. You know what I mean? Because I was a kid and that's where I fell in love with wrestling at. But Hogan, you are goddamn lie, man. And this is it is about the little guy outworking the big guy. Because that's what is going on right now. It's the evolution to that part of wrestling. It's about the wrestling. It's not about the look. It's not about how big the guy is or how much muscles he got or how many steroids he takes or what, in Vince's eyes, how many of those protein shakes that he's drinking. It's about the wrestling. It's about the smaller guy outworking the big guy and doing what he has to do to further the business, because in the end, we want